welcome to Game Babble. I'm your host, Jell. You know, if there's one genre I'm an expert in, it's the making a complete and utter ass of yourself by dancing around like a fool genre. And as such, it's kind of expected for me to review Just Dance. No doubt you've already heard about it, either through its absolutely horrifying commercials, or through the many, many reports of its absolutely absurd sales figures. So this raises the question, is it any good, or is it as much a piece of crap as people think it is? Well, I went out, gave it a rent, and decided to see what the deal is. The concept is simple. Basically, you and up to 3 friends grab a Wiimote in your right hand, pick a song, and follow the choreography of the on-screen dancer. To its credit, it does function. Much of this is because they're using iLive's live motion control middleware, same as We Cheer and Happy Dance Collection did. However, some credit is definitely due to the developers. As we've seen before, just using live motion doesn't instantly mean that your game is going to work. Now mind you, the dancing isn't the kind of smooth-flowing choreography that made We Cheer so great. Rather, it's a lot like Boogie Superstar, where each dance is made up of about 5 repeating motions. It tells you to do one motion and repeat it rhythmically until it tells you to switch to the next motion, which you then repeat rhythmically until it tells you to switch to the next motion. Again, a lot like Boogie Superstar did in the past. Which brings us to the borderline worthless interface. First of all, it is way too close to the side of the screen to give a decent amount of warning, and all it does is tell you when you're going to switch motions. It doesn't show you what motion you're currently supposed to be doing, the timing, the kind of motion it's looking for, what it's grading. It just tells you when to switch motions, and even then it's bad at that, as the icons are rather ambiguous. This brings us then to the scoring system. There's no actual way to lose. There's not even any letter grade, just a score. Honestly, I kinda got to give them credit for that one. It's pretty clever. Not only does it mean that casuals never feel like they've lost or that they're doing badly, but it also means that you don't have entirely a good idea of how good or bad the motion control is actually working. Haha. Still, it does work. I did do the waggle test where I waved the Wiimote around wildly, and sure enough, actually doing the motions is far more effective. And contrary to what some people may say, there's still a game here, because if you get a higher score, that means you danced better, and you can just continually try to top your previous scores and whatnot. You know, there's still something. That said, Just Dance is incredibly bare bones. There's practically only one single-player mode and like 3 multiplayer modes that are just alternate methods of scoring. And this is gonna seem like such a minor thing, but can I bitch about the menus? No, seriously, the presentation here is so cheap feeling. Like, I've bought games out of the bargain bin so obscure that Game FAQs doesn't even know they exist, and they have better menus and more effort put into them than this. It's embarrassing. It feels so cheap. I could shit a better menu than this. Seriously, I can't believe they're charging full price for this just because of how cheap